I've had the Kindle Scribe for about a month now, so I thought I would share what I like and the few things I don't like about it, and also how I've used it, because I haven't quite used it as I had expected. But that's often true of everything, I suppose. It has been, for the most part, a quite delightful experience using the Kindle Scribe. I charged it once over the past month. It wasn't all the way empty, but I thought, well, I should probably top it up. One thing I don't like about it, and it's a minor thing, is that I don't know, the button doesn't seem to be as easy to push as I wish it were. And I don't really like this little ridge around the edge. It's a slight thing, but somehow seems an imperfection, although I suppose it also keeps the screen from coming into contact with surfaces. Maybe that's a good thing. But it has become my sort of go-to e-reader. I like having this wider bezel on the side. One of the things that's always a little weird about the regular Kindle is just how to hold the damn thing. It's not heavy. You can hold it from the bottom, but then it's top heavy, even though it's not very top heavy. So one ends up holding it that way, and it's not quite as good an experience as that one. But what I had thought I would use it for primarily would be as a journaling device. And although I have used it as a journaling device, it hasn't been my primary journaling device. I have usually this folder notebook, I guess. Let's call it a notebook. Yep, notebook's called Journalist. But I have been using for very many years a journaling app called Journey, and it does something that, alas, well, no, let me back off a bit. It doesn't really do something that this one doesn't do. I mean, it lets me put in photographs and drawings and the like in vivid color, and that's a nice thing. But what it does do is crop up every morning the things that I've written over the past month and several years. And because I like to kind of review what I've written every morning, every year, how to phrase that, because I kind of enjoy seeing what I was thinking last year at this time, and 5 years ago at this time. I like this app, and I can get it on all my devices. But what I have done, beginning to use this one, the Kindle Scribe. Oh, see, I kicked up, touched the magic button, and I was writing on paper a month ago, and that is kind of a segue into some of the things that surprised me about the Scribe. I have liked the tactile feel of the Scribe. I like writing again on paper. Hear it? And so what I started doing is using the Scribe to record my dreams. I have memories in the app, dreams on the Scribe, and because I had enjoyed the tactileness of the Scribe so much, I started also, once again, doing paper, oh, sometimes they're paint, sometimes they're glue and ink and the like. Things I used to do all the time, and I was, excuse me, it's not spring or fall, but there's a big construction project down the road, and it stirs up a lot of junk in the air. Anyway, I was sort of encouraged once upon a time by Carl Jung, whom I first met in the book Memories, Dreams, Reflections, to journal every day. He made a mandala every day. And then, of course, I think I've mentioned Peter Beard, who, I started trying to mix them, but I decided it's just kind of more fun to separate them. And so, on the app, I write about, everyday occurrences. My buying a new notebook to reflect on what's going on in the world, and my buying a new and fancy device to read even more on. Oops. Upside down. So this has become my dream notebook. And then once again I have paper, glue, bits and pieces of flotsam and jetsam, stuff I picked up at the grocery store, to ponder reflections about, one doesn't know what. That's one of the fun things about journaling, is that one can go places that one hadn't expected. It's kind of stream of consciousness sort of thing. It's one of those, I don't know, not Pavlovian. A little bit Joycean experiences, and also, kind of like one can feel like, Thoreau again. I can be Thoreau in my old age, examining my life. I don't know if the unexamined life is not worth living, really. I know a lot of people who seem to be having perfectly good lives, enjoying it, and they don't go on a lot about how much they observe their lives. But I find it to be not at all a bad way to ponder what's going on around me in my old age, and having a variety of ways to do it doesn't seem to hurt anything. So that's kind of my scribe of the month. It's not exactly one of those, it could be faster, it could be better kind of reviews, although I do think it is noticeably faster than my regular Kindle. But it also made me think that I kind of wish I had gotten not the Kindle, but one of the Books devices, because the Books devices do a couple of things that the Scribe doesn't do. One, it is that they have cloud storage for everything. When I write my dreams down in this little fellow, well, there they are, confusing as they may be. But they don't store anywhere except here. And if I lose this along the way, or they're gone. The books devices have cloud storage. And the other thing is that the books devices now have the Google Play Store. And with a books device, I could download the Journey app and do those two things on the one device. But I still don't know whether it might not be kind of more helpful to my feeble mind if I have separate places to do these things. You know, we talked about the shortcomings of compartmentalizing our minds, and yet sometimes perhaps compartmentalizing our minds is maybe not a bad thing. It gets rid of clutter. Well, I appreciate your watching this kind of funky little video. I've been thinking about making it for a while, and I thought, well, I'll wait till I've had the Scribe really for a month. And in the meantime, it brought me back to rereading one of the really influential books of my ancient life, sort of a revisitation, a re-examination, Jung's Memories, Dreams, Reflection. I already said thanks for watching. Now I'll say like and subscribe and get on to reading. Well, I don't think one of those fancy books tablets is in my budget this week, but oh well, I do have a pretty good supply of coffee on hand, so perhaps one of these days I will be able to see if there really is one notebook to rule them all. What do you think?